Dudes, it's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, Citrine's Last Wish literally just came out on all platforms. So we're going to go over the patch notes today, show Citrine's abilities, at least the stats for them, and the new weapons and all that kind of stuff. So, if you enjoy these types of videos, we're going to be doing lots of videos on Citrine's Last Wish. You're in the right place. We'll have videos every day on this channel. Alright, so taking a quick look at the market right when we sign in here, we got Citrine's Crystal Bastion collection for 740 plat. This is going to come with an exclusive decoration, I'm pretty sure. We got the Citrine frame, it costs 325 plat herself. We got her shotgun, the Stephalos, and the scythe, the Corufel. Additionally, her helmet, and then a stupid little Sagatra. So we'll buy this, take a look at Citrine's abilities. And then we also got the Ember Void Shell skin. It's got one texture, it looks like, and it's like a burnt texture. So I guess we'll grab that too. Hopefully I remember to actually show that in the video. And yeah, as far as other things in the market, there is no like new Citrine's Last Wish bundles, which you kind of would be hoping they'd add, because those Lua's Prey bundles were really nice. But yeah, let's quickly look at our abilities, then we'll go over the patch notes, okay? So as far as Citrine's abilities, we went over what they are yesterday. But as far as, you know, the stats on them, that's what we actually care about, because they sounded like pretty good abilities, just didn't really have the stats. So, never mind those Urellis. Here we are with Citrine, looking like Mag. So Fractured Blast, this is her ability that basically throws out crystals, and it will like make enemies slash proc, and if they die, they'll drop orbs. So the 50% chance to drop health orbs, and a 20% chance to drop energy orbs. Preserving Shell is going to make it where nearby allies and yourself are getting damage reduction, so it looks like 25% damage reduction at base. Of course, this is level 0, so it will rank up eventually. Damage reduction per kill, 3%, and damage reduction per assist, 1%. So I'm guessing you cast it, and it like goes away over time. Prismatic Gem, this is her like gem turret. It's going to be, you basically place this down, it will cause different procs on enemies. It's going to have 500 damage at base, so you're definitely going to want her mod her for strength. Let's actually see what happens when we throw strength on this build to see what she scales with really quickly. So Arcanes, just throw that on there. Okay, so she's going to scale relatively nicely with strength on her turret. The chance for health orb drops goes up on her 1. The DR does not look like it goes up on her 2, and her 4 is going to be... They don't actually have ability videos for this, but her 4th ability is also going to scale with strength, which is going to cause enemies to become paralyzed by crystalline growths. Hit the growths to deal critical damage. Critical chance 300%. Wow, it sounds like you'll be getting red crits for her potentially. So, interesting stuff there. Of course, we can throw on some duration here, see what goes down. So, if you have minus range for her gem, it sounds like it's going to be really, really bad. So she's going to be similar to Zaku. Really high strength, really high range. Duration probably won't matter as much. Let's see if it's actually see if duration scales this. Okay, looks like duration's not going to scale that either. So that's enough dwelling on Citrine. Let's look at her weapons too, if I can remember what those things are called. Here we'll sort by rank, and then we'll just do the lower rank ones. All right. So as far as the patch notes, we'll go over that too. So we have the shotgun. It's got base heat damage, 320 damage total, 14% crit chance, 2.2 multiplier, 22% status chance. And it does not have very long damage, 8 meter damage total, so basically a melee weapon. And as far as the scythe, this is the thing most people thought looked pretty cool. I'll potentially be trying to get a ribbon for this very soon, even though it's got 0.5 dispo. The Corufel. So this thing is going to have 200 base damage on the light attacks. It's a why is it impact focus? A mostly impact focused scythe. A scythe that's impact focused makes no sense, but sure. And actually slash is the lowest weighting on this thing. It's got 200 base damage, like I said, one-time attack speed, 0.4 follow-through, so terrible follow-through. Ooh, that's not looking too hot. Speaking of hot, it's got a heat damage on the heavy attack. So it will be a heavy attack weapon, and we'll have to see how good it actually is. Let's get into those patch notes, though. And we'll do some randomize on Citrine's fashion before we get in there, too. You can make this frame look pretty crazy. There's the alt helmet as well. Very, very sparkly. Very, very sparkly. All right, let's look at those patch notes. There were quite a few things, and there are some nerfs in this patch, guys. I've read ahead already. They are nerfing Breach Surge. Or rather, it's already nerfed. They already are nerfing Breach Surge because it's in the update that just came out. Okay, so Citrine is going to come from Mirror Defense. Mirror Defense will be on Mars. And it's going to be like a Mars-Venus kind of like hybrid mission. So we went over her abilities already. Her passive is health regen. We'll look at how much health regen that is in a second. She's got a practice card you can get from Otak. Basically that bundle I just looked at. Oh, Rhino Deathwatch skin. I don't think that was actually in the market when I looked in there really briefly, unless I just quickly breezed over it. Oh, there it is. So Rhino Deathwatch skin. I don't think it has a bundle. Doesn't look like it. This does come with animations too. If you buy this, you'll get animations. I'll try to remember to look at that before the end of the video. So yeah, that's also the other thing. That is not a new frame. It is a bug skin for Rhino for some reason. New Void Shell skin for everywhere. I looked at that. Some face tats for the operator. Okay, so mirror defense. So basically the way this works is it's normal defense. You pick up some crystals, and it will like give you resources. You pick up these crystals that are like hidden throughout the map. And then once you complete a wave, you go through this portal to the other planet, like I said, Venus and Mars, and you'll do the next wave on the other planet. You go back and forth. So, and you'll get resources by collecting those crystals and completing waves. So basically, blah, blah, blah. Rotation rewards, that's when you get Citrine's weapons, all the stuff I just bought. That's where you get that. And here's the new Arcanes, guys. So I'm actually going to go to Otak and to show you these in-game. There are new Arcanes that are going to be either dropping rotational rewards, or you can buy them with those crystals I was just talking about, like kind of like a pity system. And unlike the Lua's Prey Arcanes, some of these actually sound pretty good. Specifically, this one for pistols sounds pretty good. It's going to be every buff you have active when you're buffing your teammates will give you increased crit chance by 20% per buff. So talk to this guy over here. You can get to your Citrine stuff. Okay, so here's the new Arcanes. There's 5 of them. The first one is going to be Arcane Steadfast. They talk so much in this game. So, Arcane Steadfast. On ability cast, 20% chance that the next 3 abilities will not cost energy. So 20% chance is kind of low. But at the same time, you know, you're casting abilities a lot in this game depending on what frame you're playing. So you could kind of look at this as like a kind of version of saving some energy. I don't know if I'm ever going to use this, but it's interesting at least. 20% chance on ability cast. It doesn't say there's any cooldown or anything like that either. That's for the WARFRAME. This one's also interesting. Primary plated round. On reload, deal increased damage per round loaded inside the magazine. Lasts for 10 seconds. So for weapons like really big magazine like the Soma Prime, the Quellor, things like that, if you reload, it doesn't even have to be for empty. Just so you fire off 1 bullet and reload it instantly, you will get this buff. So we'll have to see how much buff that actually is per bullet, because it doesn't really look like it says it here. Arcane Double Back. Gain 25% damage resistance for 4 seconds per dodge, double jump, and bullet jump, stacked up to 3 times. So you'll just be running around a 75% damage reduction with this Arcane, it sounds like. So it's pretty nice. Doesn't look like there's any... Oh, wait, 4 seconds per. So as long as you're just constantly jumping and rolling, I guess it will work. Secondary Encumber. So this is the one... Actually, this is not the one. This one sounds interesting too, though. On status effect, 24% chance to trigger a random status effect. So on things like the Kuva Nucor, keep in mind, this will be in the Arcane slot that would have, like, Cascadia Flare, or primary or secondary Merciless, or things like that. So you'd be replacing things like that to use this. But for CO procer builds, this could be very nice, like I said, on the Nucor. Or if you're using the Epitaph even. On the Epitaph, this will be great. You throw out some procs, you're going to be getting them even more procs than you ever imagined. So potential new meta Arcane for level like 10,000 missions right here as a CO procer. So very nice there. Secondary Encumber. And secondary Kinship. This was the one that sounded kind of crazy. While buffing an ally, Warframes, plus 20% crit chance per buff. So remember Wisp Prime, or Wisp Prime's not out yet. Remember Wisp has her motes that give 3 buffs to her teammates. That's good. Octavia also gives tons of buffs to her teammates. So potentially tons and tons of crit chance on buffing frames. So, yeah, good ones there. I'd say those Arcanes are much more exciting than Conjunction, Voltage, and Primary Frostbite that we got from Lua's Prey. So nice stuff there, and like I said, those will drop from the new mission. Moving on here. Some big stuff that I'm going to talk about here at the bottom is that they are nerfing Kuva from Teshin, guys. We will go over that. But as far as new augments, there's a new augment for Revenant. Gives 50% Mesmer Skin strength and allies. Well, gives plus 50% Mesmer Skin strength and allies within affinity range are granted a maximum of 5 charges. So it is as crazy as it sounded. We will have to see how insane this is. So it comes from the parent sequence. I can technically just buy that right now. So it's called Mesmer Shield. Yeah, you just get increased power strength for Revenant, Mesmer Skin, and grants allies maximum of 5 charges. Okay. That's just completely broken, but I will take it. Now your teammates can't die even if they wanted to, because you decide when they die. As Revenant, you decide when they die. Merlina Augment gives Sea Snares now heal 20% of Merlina's health. Upon healing, gain increased reload speed and secondary fire rate for 20 seconds. Okay, so using Merlina's bubbles will give her increased reload speed and secondary fire rate, and also heal Merlina her K-Drive. So that sounds good if you're a Ureli player. Gyre Cathode Grace Augment. Eliminating an enemy while Cathode's Grace is active will release an additional discharge from Winter Soul with 20% increased damage and extends its duration with the same amount. So basically a must-run Arcane, or must-run Augment on Gyre going forward because she has lots of quality of life problems. Just find a spot on the bill, I guess like take off Natural Talent or something. There you go. And then Gara's Shattered Lash, Augment, Shattered Storm. Gara also got a quality of life buff in this update too, but that's not this Augment. When Gara breaks her Mass Vitrified Ring with Shattered Lash, enemies struck by the glass suffer Splinter Storm debuff. So very nice there. Might be a new must-run Gara Augment. Here's the thing, guys. This is the Archon pity system. This is not being... So they're basically making it where there's a pity system for Archon hunts, but it's not being added until Monday of next week, okay? So that means do not do your Archon reset this Sunday night. Do it on Monday at some point. Actually, right here. Monday, February 20th at 7 p.m. ET. So yeah, literally like 24 hours after the actual reset. Why are they not doing it on Sunday night is what I'm wondering. Like, what's the reason it has to be 24 hours afterwards? Because anyone that does their Archon hunt on Sunday night until Monday night is going to be literally just screwing themselves over. So, yeah. If you're watching this video, here you go. Here's your information right here. Please know the following changes will not will officially begin at the weekly Archon hunt reset on Monday, February 20th at 7 p.m. ET. That is not the Archon reset. It's on Sunday nights, unless they're changing that in this update, which I have not seen. But yeah, basically 20% drop rate increase every time you don't get a Tau Shard, and after 5 weeks you get a guaranteed one. It's per color, too. Alright, so there's some new dojo rooms, that's great. Cold Sasek, so cold procs got buffed. Now 1 cold proc gives 50% slow, and now 8 cold procs, which is the new maximum cap of procs for cold, it will be 85% slow. So very, very slow. Those Demolisks will be completely frozen, basically. But they're not actually frozen, because that would be too much fun. Got some cloth physics changes, some graphic stuff. Okay, so here's some nerfs and buffs right here, okay? These are the actual nerfs and buffs of this update. So first one right here. Gara's Splinter Storm will now, if you blow up her Mass Vitrify wall thing, it will now give you the damage stacked up even if you are inside the ring. So no more jumping outside the ring with Gara, which was very annoying before, so that's great. So big quality life buff for Gara. Might actually make her fun to play. She still loses all of her damage if she sees 1 Nullifier or Bottomless Pit, but that's whatever. Increase the pickup range of time, increasing particles in the Grand Void. Okay. Okay. So here's the biggest nerf of the update, or one of the biggest nerfs of the update. The Steel Path Honor Store now has a limit of 25 per week for each the 10k Kuva and the relic packs. So you can only buy 250k Kuva per week from Teshin going forward, and 25 relic packs technically. This is a big nerf to people that want to stack up Steel Essence for things like Hildren Prime, Wisp Prime access. You will now only be able to buy 25 relic packs per week, which would be, that would be 20. Get lucky in those 25 relic packs for Wisp Prime, or you're out of luck. As far as Kuva, I don't usually get more than 250k Kuva per week from him anyway. But yeah, so as far as the reasoning for this, we made this change to Teshin's store as it is a unlimited source of Kuva and Void relics in game. We took a careful look at the Steel Path and decided this would be the best method to ensure a small handful of players couldn't buy absurdly large quantities of these resources at once, without making changes that would affect all players on the Steel Path. If there's people doing AFK macros, just ban them. Why are you so gun-shy about banning AFK macro players? Like, seriously. You let Korra get nerfed. This is the exact thing you do with Korra. We decided to nerf Korra instead of banning the exploiters. Do the exploiters even give you money? Like, what's the situation here? There's clearly something wrong. People are AFK Steel Essence macro farming overnight again, and they're not banning them. They're making us suffer. So there you go. You have a 250k limit per week now because of AFK macro users. Enjoy. Change Synth Charge bonus to be applying the final shot. So basically, it does not work on the Tenant Plinks of the Ozima anymore. I think that's kind of baloney because the way the Tenant Plinks works is it drains the entire magazine and then fires the final bullet. So that's why it was working, because it should have worked, and they made it not work anymore. So that's really stupid. Rip the Tenant Plinks. I'll probably potentially still use it, but not anywhere near as much. Okay. Weekly offerings from Palladino will reset on Monday, 7 p.m. ET. Am I thinking of a different time? Because they think the reset is on Monday at 7 p.m. ET. Let me take a quick look, because it's always been Sunday on 7 p.m. ET. Am I taking crazy pills over here? More than usual? 4 days, 7 hours? No, dude. They're just wrong. It's supposed to be Sunday nights, not Monday nights. Okay, well, that remains to be seen. I'd say still don't do your Archon hunt on Sunday night, because I don't know if DE even knows what time it is right now. Monday at 7 p.m. ET. Like, what? We're in the same time zone, DE. It's Sunday night, not Monday. Whatever. Breach Surge. Okay, so Breach Surge was nerfed. There was a big nerf to Breach Surge. You will rarely ever see billions of damage with Breach Surge ever again after this change. So basically, change Breach Surge to apply multiplier before the cap to fix the ability, resulting in billions of damage. So if you ever wonder why Breach Surge was so Insano style before, it's because the multiplier was placed somewhere in the formula at a weird point, I guess. So currently adds 10, so the current version of it adds 100 damage up to a 5-meter cap, then multiplies by strength. So no longer will that be, the multiplier will be before the, actually, now adds 100 damage, multiplier, power strength of 5 meters. So it's not going to, like, basically a double apply power strength anymore. So massive Breach Surge nerf, but it should still be fine. I mean, not like Wisp is, like, going to have any problems. And it's still going to be a good helmet, too. So no big deal there. As far as the rest of this stuff, looks like nothing that important. Some new UI elements, personal platinum. You can see how much platinum is tradable now. That's great. Remove the Star's energy stat that was added. Okay, whatever. Umbra now uses secondary weapons if the last weapon was before transfers to the secondary, or if the primary runs out of ammo. Necromex can now be healed by Vazarin Dash. That's great. Okay. Looks like not a whole lot other stuff down here besides just some fixes, it looks like. Cross-platform play and fixes. There is no cross-save yet, so yeah. And then everything else is just a bug fix. Like things like Matarite, Void Sling costing more focus than they're supposed to. So if you want to read through all this stuff, be my guest. I have not read every little line, to be honest. But looks like some things like this. They actually fixed Ashes Seeking Shuriken mod not working properly, so that's great. So if you want to look through those, be my guest, like I said. But that's basically it for the video, guys. As far as, you know, is this a good update? It's a placeholder update. We're waiting for Deviri to come out. Deviri did get delayed from, in their words, it got delayed from December of last year, and we have no idea when it's coming out. Let's look at that Rhino bug skin while we're in here. We have no idea when it's coming out, and I really don't have much faith in it being in the next, like, month, honestly. I'm guessing, like, April. Look at the hardcore bug skin right here. I'm guessing April at some point is going to be when Deviri is released. Well, this actually takes color customization quite well. This honestly looks better than the new frame. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Do you think that this Rhino skin looks better than the new frame? Because if I was DE, I would have been like, okay, we're going to make this the new frame, and that Citrine, that will just be a mag skin. Because, I don't know, a rock frame, like a geode frame versus a really good-looking, like, bug frame. I don't know. This just looks so much better to me. It has custom animations, too, like I said. So just search Deathwatch, and you can use other frames, too. So, yeah. Hope you guys found this video fun and helpful. He's got auxiliary wings, too. The Rhino bug wings are right there. Of course, he cannot fly, but yeah. Hope you guys found this video fun and helpful. Let me know if you what you find interesting about this video and the update. And I'll see you guys later today on stream. Make sure you check out that live stream. I'll be there very soon, guys. Take it easy. Peace.